I mean, I don't even want to sound cocky, but it's just like I just have a vision.
No, you know you're just that fresh.
It's not even being fresh. It's just like I can literally look at you and be like, you know what? I think that you would look dope if you grew your hair out and did the dry curls, because it'll take away from your ear. That's the same thing I told Nick. I said, Nick, you got these big ass ears, bro. Grow your shit out. That long hair will take away from the ears, and sure enough, it did. Like, and that's like one of the hottest haircuts from 2014 till now.
Which allows your clients to trust you, and it's consistency.
Absolutely.
Because personally, my personal hairstylist, she cares for the health of your hair and everything, and that's like what really you're looking for as a hairstylist, because you're not just a barber, you're a hairstylist. You're looking at, you're an artist actually.
Absolutely.
And you're looking at, like you said, the chisels in the face and how it's gonna work out in the future of your hair and the health of your hair. So that's really important. And I think that's something that a lot of men don't get as a service as a hairstylist, which is why you succeed.
A lot. See, this is the thing. Like, not only do I read up on like different hairstyles, like techniques, all of that. I actually look into the whole business side of barbering and the hair industry. People don't know that the hair industry last year did $56 billion.
Hey, when you talk about hair industry, are you talking about
as a whole?
Whole with men and women?
Men and women, $56 billion.
Including weaves.
Do you know how many people pay?
No. I'm talking about products and services and shows.
Okay.
I'm not even talking about actual clients.
Okay.
So products, shows, and like just tools. You know what I'm saying? Blow dry, like the whole nine. I guarantee you, if you don't even know anything about barbering, you go on your Instagram feed, you'll see at least 2 or 3 different things about hair. Whether it's barbering, hairstylist,
So to you, if someone comes to you, what is a barber to you?
A barber is fashionable. He's a hustler. I don't want to say that, but just like a professional. You have to be professional at all times.
Absolutely.
Like especially like when I pull up places, I'm not sagging. I'm not smoking weed. I don't even smoke weed with with clients or anything. I've been cutting Snoop's hair for 4 years. I've never hit the blunt with him.
Just
as much as he's like, come on, nephew, hit this. I'm like, I'm working. I don't want you to look at me like that. So I mean, not only do you have to be a stone cold hustler, a businessman, you have to be professional at all times.
Absolutely.
Because it is a business. You know what I'm saying? So like that's one of the reasons why I branded myself and marketed myself differently in a competitive industry such as the hair industry. There's 50,000 barbers just in California alone.
I did not know that.
Just in Cali.
We do now.
Get your facts up.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta do your homework.
Facts, real life.
People don't know that.
No, really.
So you gotta be a professional of your whole trade. Like when I see barbers like sit back and just, hey, I'm finna go on this smoke break. For real? How many heads you cut today? I take that as disrespect. Because I know how much hard work you need to put in to become successful.
Sacrifice.
Absolutely.
There's definitely. Was there ever a point in your career where you almost felt like giving up, like this may not be good for you, or you were like, because like you said, you had issues with the family and stuff. Was there ever a time in your mind where you were like, maybe I should do something else?
No.
No.
No. A lot of barbers, what they'll do is, they'll try to keep their eggs in different baskets. If barbering's not working, they'll try to do like valet, or some of them serve.
There's no
drugs.
for you.
It's dope. No, it's like I'm gonna just focus on cutting hair and become not just the best. You'll never hear me say that I'm the best barber.
You're the best version of you.
Absolutely.
Right.
I focus on what I can do, how I can make myself better, and inspire others to want more for themselves. And
that's why you do the seminars.
Yes.
So what more, let's jump more into the seminar section of everything. What seminars have you done? I saw some of the YouTube interviews. What exactly?
I do a lot of guest speaking appearances for any of the exotics. I'm the 33rd member of.
That's the exotics.
Yeah.
Right.
And I was about to ask you that, like you was crowned the 33rd member.
Yeah.
Like, can you talk about that and what is that?
So Team Exotics is it was 32 of the most elite barbers in the world.
In the world?
In the world.
In the world,
okay.
yeah.
So they made me the 33rd.
Okay. That's amazing.
Within the 6 years that I've been cutting there. Now, mind you, a lot of these barbers have over 10 years under their belt. I became a master barber in 3 years, and it takes 10 years to become a master barber. So I've done it in 3. So that's another reason why they've acknowledged everything that I've done.
You've only been doing this for 6
And I've never stepped on any other barber's toes. A lot of the clients that I do cut, they used to go to barbers in LA, but I've never once said, hey, come mess with me. It's all been, like, hey, we want you. We see how you move. We don't care how much you cost. We want you.
They're willing to pay for your services.
Exactly.
What are some of the steps you take to become like a master barber? Is there like certain goals you have to reach?
You have to. It's 10 years cutting. 10 years cutting, 10 years shears.
With shears.
Scissor work.
Scissor work.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in order to and then in 10 years razor. So like you have to achieve all of that within 10 years. But because I've done it in in 3 years, off top they were like, you did it. Like you're a master barber. Period.
That's
So
crazy.
you just perfected the craft.
So you can cut any type of hair, any type of design style. Damn.
Who was your first celebrity client?
French Montana.
How'd you get that?
My boy Thrash, he's a dope stylist and he's a barber as well.
Thrash.
Stay Fly Thrash.
Yeah.
So Thrash used to work in the barbershop with us.
Really?
Yeah, he's working in the barbershop.
Okay.
So we were always going to the club. Now Thrash, he had it in Hollywood. So, he wasn't from out here, so he had all the girls. So what happened was he had got hooked up with French from one of his friends, started cutting them. Then his main client was AJ Green. He played for the Bengals, I think.
Yeah, he wide receiver.
Yeah, so he had to fly out to Cincinnati to cut his hair, and they had hit him. They said, "Hey, can you come cut French's hair?" He cut him once. He was like, "Can you come cut him again?" He was like, "I can't make it, but I'm gonna send JC." So I went to go cut his hair, and I kid you not, I will never forget this day. It's actually that one right there. I mean, look at us. We both have white T-shirts on.
Right.
I still got an apron on.
You don't even look like that. You look different.
Right? So that day he's like, yo, I was like, all right, what you want? He was like, let me get a shape up, daddy. I'm like, hold on, pause. No homo. Don't call me daddy.
You said that to him?
I said that.
Most definitely.
So he was like, this is right when he got signed. So like at that point he was like French Montana, but he had just got signed to Bad Boy, and it was on 106 in Park. So he was like, a shape up. I'm like, you don't have an afro. He's like, are you serious right now? Let me get a shape. I'm like, you don't have an afro. Because in LA we call a shape up.
Yeah, line up.
No, shape up is shaping up the fro.
Right.
But in back east they say shape up is a lineup. So I'm like, oh, you want a lineup? It took me an hour to do his lineup. An hour.
Real life? Is that after?
Is it because
And all it is that
Is it because it was head was so big, or you just so nervous?
Not that I was nervous. Like I just, I like to be. I'm a perfectionist. I pay a lot of attention to detail. So I'm sitting there, boom, 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 boom. As soon as I was done, I hit him with all the extra service. So he was like, yo, daddy, I fuck with you from now on. That day, John Wall came in the studio. Chinks was in there. Rest in peace, Chinks. And I just ended up cutting everybody. John Wall ended up cutting the next day because he was like, yo, I fuck with you.
How do you feel leaving that situation? What?
He said he's fucking with you from now on. So did you steal your homie's client, your friend's client?
It really wasn't his client.
Okay.
He had cut him one time. You know what I'm saying? Technically, in order for you to be somebody's client, you have to have at least a year or two consistently, only him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He dropping gym for you.
So how does that work? Do you start a contract, or is it just as you go?
No, at this point, I was still in my first year of cutting hair, so it was everything was still new to me. I didn't know what to charge him. When he gave me $100, I was like,
That's
damn.
$100 for a lineup. I'm
For
like,
an hour, word.
yeah, I was like, okay, cool. I'm finna start a hashtag, Mr. $100 lineup,
Right.
and I would just put that everywhere. Boom, boom, boom. Everybody in the shop would give me shit. They be like, oh, you think you tight? You think you tight because you got but my brothers at the shop we used to get into it. There was a point where I used to hate going into the shop.
Because of the negative energy?
It was not necessarily negative, but it was just I didn't like being picked on like that. Because not only was I trying to, take my career to the next level, I wanted everybody else to eat too.
Don't you think that fueled you a little bit now, looking back at it?
What fueled me is when they told me that I couldn't do it.
Right.
That you couldn't do barber school.
I used to work at this shop in Westside Barber Shop. Okay, my boy Mo that we both went to barber school, all of us. They called him Cocky Mo. When I tell you, he was the type that was like, man, F you. You ain't shit. I'm better than you. Your cuts is shit. I'm talking about I'll be in the middle of a haircut. He's like, hey, he got a bowl cut. Hey, come fuck with me.
Damn, so he'll try to make you. Yeah, that's.
While my client's in the chair,
Yeah,
that's the type of person he was.
That's disrespectful.
Absolutely. So when he told me, he was like, yo, you ain't never gonna be no celebrity, bro. You ain't gonna cut no celebrity hair in Van Nuys. He was like, you're weak. You can't cut. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll never do it. No problem. I did it in 1 year. You know what I'm saying? Kept pushing.
Motivation.
Until still to this day, I still call him like, hey, what's up, bro? How you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, you still at the shop? Oh, okay, cool. How much you make today? Oh, okay, cool. Not, I mean, kind of like to throw it in his face, but like, bro, like, this is what you get for trying to shit on me.
Yeah, and back to you said you got your first client through Thrash and him being out on the scene. So you've been talking about a lot throughout this interview about branding, marketing, and then Hollywood. So what did Hollywood enhance your clientele just by being out on the scene? Like, you need to be out, you need to show face, people need to see who you are. Is the branding and marketing of consistently putting like substance on Instagram or social media, like how did all of that help you?
Absolutely. So like what had happened was, you know, obviously everybody from the Valley knows what Brotherhood Entertainment is.
Absolutely.
They, you know, doing mad parties in Hollywood. So what happened was, when Ray used to come to Westside Barbershop, he's like, hey, we should open up a barbershop. You know, we already attacked the Hollywood scene. We promote. Let's now get into the barbering, and then let's use the barbershop to fuel, you know, like get into the Hollywood industry. So all of the barbers, we'd go with, you know, sweatshirts, t-shirts, Brotherhood Barbershop. I would literally pay the DJ $100. Yo, I need some shout-outs. We already had a table. It was already a good look. So we're on the table popping bottles. I'm looking at the DJ like, oh, shout out that boy JC the Barber. It's the $100 lineup. If you're in the club, you're like, who? What? Oh, him? Said JC the Barber on his shirt? Oh, he got, oh shit, okay. He's doing, yeah. He's like, what the heck?
So branding is important.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Do you educate your clients as far as like how to take care of their hair? Because I feel like a lot of people don't do that.
Yeah, so I mean that comes with all the consultation. Like, you're supposed to sit there and you're supposed to analyze your client's hair. Like, even when you wash it, like I ask my clients all the time, what kind of shampoo do you use? Oh, I use Head and Shoulders. Why? They're like, I heard it works good.
Yeah, that's what you see on TV.
Yeah, it's just like, but what, like, you have bald spots, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're losing your hair. Have you tried a thickening shampoo? What's that? Where do I get that? So you have to educate your clients, because now in this day and age, men are starting to care more about their grooming than they used to back in the day. We can agree on that, right?
Right.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so you have to. It's very important. So when you can separate yourself by being that type of a professional to your clients, they're gonna respect you 10 times more. And now you have them referring you clients because you're getting something that you never had before.
And when you look good, you feel good.
Absolutely.
Facts.
Yes. Facts.
Every time my clients get out the chair, they're like, "Yo, I'm back. I'm back."
Snapchat, all that,
You know,
all
everything.
that, yeah.
When you guys leave the barbershop, it's very disrespectful if you guys put your hat on. But when you guys leave the barbershop, I know you guys get in the car, the first thing you do is this.
Oh yeah,
You got to. You got to.
We put your favorite song on, and you're driving. You're looking at every chick to the left and right.
Roll down the window too. If you got 10, you
So
go.
Hey.
when a nigga gets his hair cut, he's
Yeah.
the nigga. So like, if it's a good cut. Let a nigga get
Every
his
other
hair
Friday.
cut, and it's not what he likes. Oh
my God.
man.
The
It's
pushbacks.
the worst.
Have you ever experienced that?
A pushback?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
From another barber, like me, because you know I go to random barbershops to get a haircut.
Okay, so we were on the phone today, and he was like, "Oh, you know, you're so funny. You're so like in tune with yourself and swaggy and prepared." But he was like, "Oh, I gotta go get a haircut." I was like, "Don't you cut your own hair? Like, you're a celebrity."